So in 2004, when I became the senior pastor of Evangel Ministries, we already had a 30-year history of entrepreneurship. And primarily for evangelistic reasons, we saw that when you gave a man or a woman a job, it gave you an opportunity to share your faith with them. This whole thought that good deeds produces goodwill that opens the door for the good news. Detroit is a beautiful city, but it's a broken city as well. So it does present some unique challenges. Challenges like poverty, multi-generational poverty, unemployment, hunger, and many, many other things. But what's great about Detroit is the human capital that's here. When we change the way we see people, we begin to understand that people are actually the solution and not the problem. And so we thought it was important that we begin to work with parents and work with their children. And so we started with financial literacy classes for children, helping them to understand the basics of how money works, how to open up a bank account, how to start investing. But that quickly got us to the place where we encouraged our youth to begin to think about business ventures and understanding that they too can be entrepreneurs.
And the chosen school of impact is where we take our students who are junior high and high school age, and we take them through about 4 weeks of practical life coaching. They're learning how to do a budget. They're learning how to manage a checkbook. They're learning how time management. I did a workshop for our students on etiquette and grooming. They're learning the practical things that will help them to thrive in the workplace, in society.
So we do a tremendous amount of training. So one of the things that we recently facilitated was entrepreneurship training with Wayne County Community College, which is a phenomenal local college here. So we formed a strategic partnership with them, and we have several success stories, people who have gone through the training actually launched businesses. We also want to go on and provide some additional resources. So in addition to resume preparation, in addition to interviewing skills, what's the appropriate dress? But we go a step beyond that. We actually bring in partners who provide some clothing for some of our members. We have full makeovers. So it wasn't just the clothing, but we would have makeup artists who will come in and share with people, how do you put on makeup properly, right? In addition to that, we would have beauticians and barbers who will come in and cut and do people's hair. So really trying to empower people and share the love of Christ in all that we do, and that means helping in the practical areas.
So one of the great challenges that we had to overcome is helping to find ways for people to get access to capital. So we began to connect individuals to investors that could help them to get businesses launched. As a church, we had to take on that responsibility as well. So we began this program that we call the Kingdom Dreaming Awards. And so every year we try to identify 5 individuals who are using their gifts and talents to impact the community and the world they live in for Christ. And we actually give them funding.
We've put on business development training, how to establish a business, obviously incorporating and licensing and proper permits and things like that. So we've done those types of things right here for our members and for our community.
We are providing food, to individuals who need. And we've cultivated a relationship with the store, the grocery store that's right across the street. And they know what it is that we believe. They know that we operate with integrity to the point where we can send families over there and say, go speak to this gentleman. Let him know you just came from across the street and this is what you need. And they will take care of it. We show them that it's possible for, in this case, a grocery store to work with a church and to make their joint community better. And one of the things that I think Evangel is really good at, it's linking up the individuals who are in the congregation with what the Lord is doing in this particular city.
This is Garden View Estates now, but it used to sit as Herman Gardens. It was one of the worst neighborhoods in the city of Detroit. We've been able to start those community businesses to regenerate money right back in our community. We took one of our community partners, which is Peaches and Green, we took them, planted them here in the community to start a community cooperative to where the community could own their own grocery store. They can own their own market, and not just one person or one family, but we could take 25 residents, train them, and teach them how to run a business. And so what we're trying to do is to recirculate money back through the neighborhood so we can have some residual income coming in every month. So every month there's a chance for entrepreneurship course. Every month there's a chance to teach home ownership and home buyers education. Every month there's an opportunity for discipleship and to preach the good word and to preach the gospel.
At this point in our history, our mission and our passion is to make sure every man and woman that comes through our doors understands that they play a vital role in God's redemptive plan for our community. We often say that here at Evangel, we exist for the salvation of Detroit. God wants us to use our gifts and talents to bless not only those who are already followers of Christ, but hopefully to influence those who aren't, to understand that the church is here for the flourishing of the community.